What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. Hi if you're new here. Hi if you are not. Today we are going to be reacting to some content that was actually submitted to me through my Google form, which is linked down below if you didn't know. We're going to be debunking and talking about what some of these business manifestation coaches are sharing on the internet. If that sounds good to you, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and let's go ahead and jump into the first video.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So this video says the government is scaring you into lack with inflation, but then you remember that you can manifest money no matter what's happening in the economy. Okay. Couple things that are problematic here in my opinion. First one being that I personally don't subscribe to the manifestation narrative. If you haven't watched this video here, I would recommend you start there. I am much more of a proponent for visualizing, sure, understanding what it is you want, but then also recognizing that it takes actual action for you to be able to achieve the results that you want in life, while also understanding that there are a lot of systematic barriers in place that prevent many individuals from being able to achieve the things that they desire. And so when we talk about an example like this, where we're specifically calling out inflation and the government, I think it's imperative that we also acknowledge the fact that these are real struggles that actual people are having. The number of times I scroll through an app like TikTok and see videos of people talking about how they work a job, they make $30 an hour, they still can't afford to pay their rent and buy their groceries, or etc., etc. So many videos of people who are legitimately struggling right now that I truly don't believe sitting around and trying to manifest their dream life is going to come true for them, because that's not how the real world works, in my opinion. So I don't like this. I don't like it one bit. Thank you so much to whoever shared it. Let's get into the next piece of content. So this one was an Instagram post. I'll put the picture up on the screen briefly. Basically, we're here to discuss the caption though. So it says, how I have 40K months and only work approximately 10 hours a week. You're joking, right? I know the 4 types of women I help better than they know themselves. How do I know them this well? I've been them at every stage. My clients and I are cut from the same cloth. I usually already know what's holding them back and what they need to implement and or embody. First of all, from a business perspective, it's actually really bad to try and target 4 different ideal clients. Just a little aside for you, I have a whole video on ideal clients right here if you want to watch it. But basically, the more specific you can get, the better. So I just want to start off by saying that that's really bad business advice. Next, I want to dispel the narrative that we
only need to be a few steps ahead of the person we're trying to help in order to start a coaching business,
because that is a load of BS. You see, what I've seen happen over the course of the last 5-ish years that I've been sort of around the coaching industry is a lot of what I talk about here on this channel, but essentially it's this phenomenon where like the blind are just leading the blind, because no one really has experience. We're all just kind of copying whoever we paid to tell us what to do is doing. And so this idea that like her clients are cut from the same cloth as her is really just another way of saying like, I was once them, so now I'm qualified to teach them whatever it is that I'm talking about. And so then I think it's also really important to note that using tactics like this of like, I understand you, listen to me, I know everything, is really just a form of emotional manipulation, in my opinion, because you're essentially taking pain points and things that that person is struggling with or suffering from in order to twist it into your marketing to convince them that you have the solution to get them out of that situation. Again, which is why so many vulnerable people actually fall for these coaching schemes. You know, a comment that I get often on my videos is like, I don't understand how anyone could be stupid enough to fall for this. And this is how, because these people are vulnerable. They're so unhappy with the situation they're in. And then these coaches come along with this magic solution of, I was once where you are, but I figured my way out, and now you can buy my $10,000 secret to end up where I am. And it doesn't make any sense. So next it says, I've built a gorgeous product suite that has something for all 4 types of women and budgets. Because of this, I rarely don't make a sale. I can upsell or downsell and get people into the containers that will be right for them. I also retain clients for the long haul because it makes sense for them to keep climbing my client ladder of products. I love that she calls it a client ladder when what she really means is sales funnel. So basically, marketing 101, a sales funnel is where you like get people to join your email list with a free opt-in. Then you sell them a $20 PDF product. Then you pitch them a $100 masterclass. Then you sell them into your $2,000 mastermind. Then you pitch them private coaching for $1 million. And so she's really saying the quiet part out loud here by basically saying it makes sense for them to keep climbing my client ladder when really it's just, it makes sense for them to keep buying things from me because basically, and I don't know about this person specifically, but what I see in the industry in general is they never really give you the full solution. It's like, okay, sign up for my free webinar and I'll give you the 3 steps you need. But then the 3 steps they give in the webinar are very surface level. And if you want the real answers, you got to buy, my masterclass. Then you buy the masterclass. And again, they give you like a few vague answers, but if you want the real answer, you got to join my mastermind. And I use this analogy a lot, but it's like the horse on the treadmill with the carrot and the carrot's dangling. That's what these people are doing. They're always dangling the solution behind their next offer and their next offer, which basically, again, if we come back to this idea of vulnerable people wanting a solution, you get sucked into this trap where you always think the answer you need is behind the next investment that you're going to make. Ugh, it's so frustrating. So next it reads, my monthly income is stacked. Stacked income means I have payments coming from private clients, mastermind clients, group program students, and both of my passive courses at the same time without having to trade a ton of time for my income. Nothing wrong with a diversified revenue stream. Anyone should have that, even like as content creators, we should never put all our eggs in one basket. Any business owner knows that you should have multiple streams of income. However, I guess my only question here is like, are you getting this money ethically? What are you promising people inside these programs and what are you actually delivering? Next one reads, I strategically plan out my year and quarters for increased profits. I'm launching the right thing at the right time. When one program or mastermind is finishing up, the obvious next step for those clients is ready to go and the cart is open. Again, tying back to this client ladder she talked about later, I give you half the steps you need and then I sell you on the next thing that's going to have the real information you need, probably at a higher price tag. Next, it says I offer discount incentives for clients to hop into the next level container. Here we go again with the client ladder. Make it a no-brainer for them. You have what they need next. They trust you. The price point is suitable for where they're at and makes sense for the next transformation they'll receive. Give them part of the solution. Don't feed them everything. Make them keep buying into the next offer. That'll then provide them with what they need, but really they never end up getting what they need. I have high standards of communication, clear boundaries, and truly impactful offers, which gets me lots of referrals. When people receive outstanding service, they talk about it and they feel confident in recommending it to others. Ready to learn how to build this business model and become the kind of woman who runs a company like this? I'm opening spaces for one more private client starting in September. DM me September to get details. How many people want to bet that she doesn't just have one spot available? I will be running my signature 90-day group program again to help those starting out go from 0 to 10K months quickly. DM me 10K months for details. I have said this in so much of my content, but if you are new here and someone is promising you very specific income goals in a very specific time frame, run away, run in the opposite direction. Business is not duplicatable. What worked for me might not work for you. I can give you strategies and techniques that have helped to grow my business, but I'm never going to promise you that you're going to become a millionaire because I simply don't know that to be true. This is slimy marketing, in my opinion. Do not fall for this. Okay, let's see what we have next. So this one reads, hi, I'm blank. I broke out of the matrix. I went from a stressed out, triggered fitness instructor with a shot central nervous system to the CEO of a multi-6-figure coaching brand in less than 4 years. I did this by learning human design and wealth energetics and healing my shit. Can someone please explain to me why there is, and I talked about it in one of my very first live streams that I ever did on this channel, why this pipeline exists of people who wanted to be fitness coaches or personal trainers that weren't able to build that business up enough that they then decided to become like business coaches for fitness trainers and then just straight up business coaches, because this is absolutely not the first person that I have featured on this channel that has followed this pipeline. Maybe I should do like a whole deep dive into that. Let me know in the comments if that sounds interesting. I used to believe that in order to be successful, I had to be accessible and available 24/7. I was even praised for it, and it led to epic burnout. My dad died 2 years ago, and that was when I finally faced all of the beliefs and patterns that have been keeping me stuck. I pivoted big time, and I broke free of the matrix. Can someone in the comments explain to me what the matrix is? I don't follow a lot of these like internet conspiracy theory things, so I legitimately don't know what she's talking about. I will give her credit here though, because as someone who has been a business owner for over 5 years, there is definitely this pressure to conform to like hustle culture and to always feel like we need to be working. And even I myself ended up closing my yoga studio eventually after I experienced pretty severe burnout from teaching literally like 6 yoga classes a day and never turning off. So I definitely get that, but I don't know. This just seems like she has some big secret that's going to save you from burning out, when the reality is like, just don't work so much. I decided that in order to build a brand, it had to be built around my life context. I raised my standards and my prices. There it is. There's the truth. And began teaching others to do the same. I didn't want to do the thing I was doing anymore, so I just started charging ridiculous prices to teach other people how to teach other people to teach other people. If it's not a full body yes, it's a no, and I'm unavailable for anything that's not mutually beneficial. Today, I teach entrepreneurship and personal power to people ready to break free of the matrix with me. Again, someone please explain in the comments, what is the matrix and why are we trying to escape it? I act as a mirror for my clients so they can see their blind spots and make new choices from their personal power to build their dream brand. Again, and I'm just speculating here, I don't know who this person is, but I didn't want to be a personal trainer anymore, so I started a coaching business where I charge people $5,000 for my coaching program, where I teach other people how to start their own coaching program where they can also charge $5,000, and now we all make tons of money doing nothing, teaching nothing. I hate it here. I have a top 1% globally rated podcast, which is full of epic free content. Okay, is it just me, or does everyone who hosts a podcast host a top 1% rated podcast? Like, who is out there verifying these statistics? I need to know. To work with me deeper, I have a free quiz in my bio to see what might be the best option for you. We have low, mid, and high ticket offers for you at any stage of your entrepreneurial journey. That goes back to the sales funnel that I talked about in the last example. Sure, I talk strategy, but I can guarantee you strategy is the least interesting part of working with me. What we do rewires the neural pathways in your brain to exist on a different timeline. Get out of here. It's not strategy you need most, it's personal power and an undoing of your subconscious. Can we stop with this? There are so many coaches that I see who always say,
I don't teach strategy, I teach mindset, because mindset is the secret to success.
You know what's the secret to building a business? Understanding economics and understanding how business actually works and what empowers customers to actually want to buy from you. Yes, there is a portion of the piece that like mindset is important. You need to believe in whatever it is you're selling. But if you don't have the strategy and you don't understand how to run a business, that is a fast way to end up at zero. That's why I'm here for you. If you have any questions, DM me. Thanks for visiting my page and welcome to my world. Please do not DM this person. Again, I don't know who they are, but stay away. So this one here you can see on the screen, somebody commented, I guess, on their content saying weird money flex, but okay. And then the original creator replied, talking about wanting money isn't weird. Which, okay, I have some mixed thoughts on that, but let's just wait and see what the caption says. So the caption reads, ladies, we need to talk about this and normalize women making money. I hold a few core beliefs about money. You can and should make bank while making a difference. Wanting money does not mean you are greedy or selfish. Money is a powerful vehicle for impact and freedom. Money just makes you more of who you are, so good people making money equals massive positive ripple effect. You see me make weird money flexes on the regular, not because I just like to brag, although I am proud of my success, but because I know that these conversations are important. And I believe part of my purpose here is to be an expander. I talk about being a 7-figure coach now, and my former wellness coaching business hit $25,000 a year to empower other coaches to dream bigger and take risks. Again, yet another example of the fitness coach to business coach pipeline. I talk about buying my first home by 25 and dream home at 28 to encourage other young women to tap into their full potential. I talk about cool trips and flying first class to celebrate the power of hard work and believing in yourself. Plus, all of the wealthy women I know, including multimillionaires, are some of the most generous, loving, cool people who made their money by serving others. So it's time to write a new money story. And by the way, if you have entrepreneurial goals, your money mindset is absolutely crucial to your success. A broke mindset equals a broke business. Drop some money emojis below if you agree and want to see more money mindset talk on my page. And then she has like a pitch for her program at the end. So a couple of thoughts here. I do think there is value as women or men to have more transparency when it comes to salaries and making money. I don't disagree with that personally. However, what I see specifically in this industry when it comes to talking about money is that while this creator is saying that she shares how much money she makes and the things that she's bought as a means of showing other people what's possible, instead what I see is people using things like that, like the luxury vacations they go on, the houses they buy, the cars they drive, more as a flex to convince people to hire them as their coach. So like I mentioned in so many of my videos, I think it again comes down to intention. Am I genuinely talking about how much money I make as a means of helping people, or am I talking about how much money I'm making as a means of convincing people to pay me more money to join my program so I can teach them how to make more money? Because there was kind of this turning point for me where I realized that a lot of these coaches who teach you how to build this unlimited wealth, like what they have, are actually building that wealth on selling you the idea that you can also build that wealth. And so while I personally don't disagree with the message here, knowing this industry, and I actually have been familiarized with this particular coach, I would say that her intentions don't actually align with what she's convinced herself is the reasoning behind why she talks about money. Because I genuinely think she just talks about money to make more money. But again, my thoughts, my opinions based on my own personal experiences, and I'm just a hater troll on the internet, so what do I know? The last piece of content for today is talking about one of my favorite subjects, and that is the idea that you have to pay for mentorship in order to be successful in business. So the post reads, "I'm committed to paying my mentor thousands every month indefinitely. There's legit no end date. Even though I know everything required to reach my goals, here's why it's still the easiest yes. Major key. I see my commitment to mentorship as a mirror for my commitment to my business and myself. My success is not conditional or short-term, it's all the time and through all seasons. I'm committed indefinitely, not because things aren't good or because I can't do it without her, and not because I get my mind blown by her every day with a new strategy or tactic. We talk far more about the foundations even still, but because I move faster and make shit happen while having more fun when I am deeply supported, especially when it's a long-term mentorship situation like this. I've been with her for 4 years. You know what else can do that for you? Having friends. And this is coming from someone who has severe social anxiety. I don't have like a ton of friends that I talk to regularly, but I was willing when I moved across the country to put myself in an uncomfortable situation, make friends in my industry, and now I have friends that I can ask questions to and have hold me accountable to the things that I say I'm going to do. And guess what? I don't need to pay those friends any money. It's worth being said, I simply enjoy the experience of being supported by a mentor, and that would be enough of a reason, but there is more. I mean, why would I want to do it without her? Save that money each month, but at what cost? Slower results? No thanks. Getting stuck in analysis paralysis? Hard pass. Not being held to my potential? Not it. Going without support? I deserve better. So you'd rather pay someone to just hold you accountable to the things you say you're gonna do? Like, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm so jaded by this industry, but this mindset makes no sense to me. It would cost me more money, ease, and intangible results to leave, so staying is a no-brainer. Please explain to me what those intangible results are. This is just classic word salad. And I make decisions for my future self who has scaled this 7-figure biz to multiple 7 figures. So why would I set myself up to lead a multiple 7-figure biz without someone who gets it in my corner? This is just like... Honestly, it's so mind-blowing to me because to me it really speaks of like how indoctrinated people can get into this industry, but also the narratives that come along with it, where like this person genuinely believes this to be true. And I'm sure at some point, if I had stayed in the coaching industry long enough, I would have believed this too. And it's so backwards to me now that I'm out of it. But again, like I always say, I empathize with this person because I can see how constantly being surrounded by other people who are also saying this would lead you to believe it's true, but it's just mind blowing when you're on the outside. A quick side note, if you're constantly letting yourself off the hook when it comes to putting some skin in the game / investing in your goals, and then you frequently talk to other people who don't hire you because they'd rather try on their own, that might be worth looking into. So the narrative she's suggesting here is that the reason why you're not getting clients is because no one wants to pay you when you yourself aren't willing to pay other people. But again, if we are legitimate service providers with real experience that we're charging people money for, it shouldn't matter whether or not we're hiring mentors to help us build that business, because our experience alone should speak for itself. But the problem here is because we are coaches teaching other coaches how to teach other coaches, we need to mirror the behavior of the people that we're hiring. And so that's why it works in this context, but in any other industry, this wouldn't be the case. Like this would be like me going to my RMT and being like,
well, do you see an RMT? Because if you don't, I don't think I should pay you.
Like, how does that make any sense? The takeaway. Stepping into the CEO mindset requires you to make decisions for where you want to be, not where you are right now. And investing in your next level should stretch you. So if taking the leap is uncomfortable and gets you closer to where you want to be, you make that move. And it's a major bonus if that's somebody who you can grow with long term. There is a depth to our dynamic that simply cannot be achieved in 6 or even 12 months. So build a codependent relationship with me and pay me money for the rest of your life. And then, of course, she's pitching her coaching program on the last slide, and her entire caption is a pitch for her coaching program. So again, it comes back to this idea. If we're coaches coaching coaches, we want our clients to believe that the only way that they're going to get clients is if they invest, because then their clients will see them investing and will also want to invest. So backwards, so unrealistic, would not pan out or work in any other industry. All right, friends, I think my brain has hit capacity for today. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Quick shout out to my channel, VIP members. Y'all are the real deal. If you have content you want me to react to, I have a Google form linked down below. You can either link me directly to the content or save the video to your own Google Drive and share the link there. That's going to be it for today. Take care, comb your hair. And if you want to hear how this woman lost $20,000 to a small business coach that completely ripped her off, you can go ahead and click this video right here. Bye!